What happened to the music? Turn me up! There it is. You gotta put the panerai on. I'm wearing all black. All right, you ready to go, YouTube? YouTube. All right, I think we can get on to it. Let me drink some radish and some celery and some kale. Give me the energy to do my taxes all day. Ugh. I have to do that all weekend. Ugh. All right. Hey ladies, what's cooler than cool? Ice cold! Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. I salute you. My name is Wayne. I am a Forex trader just like you. Doing this for a while, and I'm still in love with trading, investing, and any sort of financial engineering. And we can do this together. Yeah. Well, you might know me from FX Bootcamp, which I started 20 years ago, or Investor Bootcamp, which I started 5 years ago. Now I've combined everything together, including something that I started called QuantBox. So we have FX Bootcamp, we have Investor Bootcamp, we have QuantBox, and it's tied all together into TRADARS because we also have technical stuff going on, which started with TradePlans.ai. So it's been quite an amazing 20 years. Thank you for those that have hung with me for most of those years. And things have gotten better and better and better and better and better and better. So here we are, which I think is probably the peak, the pinnacle. Traders.com. I wrote a book, Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading. 2016 Forex Speaker of the Year at FX Street, but also Best Forex Blog, Best Educational Webinar, Best, a bunch of bests. But I've been working with them for 20 years. What do you expect? Yeah. Look, traders will help you trade and invest and become a better trader and investor through having proper analytics and resources. Like Harvard says, Veritas. Okay? Your power comes through your knowledge. Well, if you would like a professional to invest your money, you can buy my ETF, Wheel. Trades on New York Stock Exchange. You can buy it right now on your phone. Boop, 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 just like that. So you can check them out, click there so you can get the prospectus and the tear sheet, or you can, because we're publicly traded, it's absolutely completely transparent. On the website, you can actually see what we're holding. You can actually see all the open positions. It's great. Yeah. Thank you, Securities and Exchange Commission. I manage endowments for charity. I have a lot of education. I have probably too much education. Cool. That means, though, that I have something to share. Now, with fundamental technical analysis and performance coaching, the next thing that you need is execution. You absolutely need an account with Traders Way. You absolutely need an ECN. You need an organization that doesn't trade against you. Instead, their success is based on your success. I 100% believe that. And I have a vision where TRADARS provides your fundamentals and technicals and your coaching, but also has execution and funding. Yeah. Wouldn't that be neat? What if there was a prop firm built into traders.com? Yeah. And what if you were able to trade any strategy you want on any time frame you want, and you keep 100% of the money? Is that okay? What if it was fee-based? Kind of like you pay a small interest on the loan that was given to you. That seems more fair, doesn't it? Versus having you pay $60 to take a test? No. What if there was no test? What if you kept 100% of the money? What if you just paid a small fee? Oh, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? So I have a dream. Oh, Hamid, you should talk to Andrew. Cool. So anyway, so I've gone through all this. I just want to start. Yields are down, which is good. That means there's a bond market rally on Friday. Meanwhile, the stock market dropped by almost precisely the same amount. So it seems maybe that bulls took profit on the S&P 500 and plowed it into Treasury yields at 4.5 and locked that in. Okay, yeah, but you could confirm or deny that through the Commitment of Traders report. Okay, and I've already gone through this, so I'm not going to do it. But one thing you could look at is comparing retail positioning with institutional positioning. Isn't that cool? So what you could do is look at retail positioning and look for the ones that are extreme, but seem to not be the same with institutional positioning. So Kiwi CAD, for example, you could say, okay, so the market is heavily short, or the retail market is heavily short Kiwi and long CAD, heavily short pound and long CAD. Okay, what if you thought they were wrong? So they're long CAD. Oh, institutional investors are doing the exact opposite. At least on CAD. What about Kiwi? No, they're heavily short Kiwi. So retail's short Kiwi, institution is short Kiwi. Retail's long CAD, institution is short CAD. Ooh, opportunity or threat? Okay, well, what about the pig, the great big pig? Okay, market is 50-50. Institutional investors are 50-50 on Great British Pound. Yet, retail's selling it. All right, well, institutions would disagree. Institutions are long the US dollar. So the way that institutions might look at this is long dollar, short CAD. So USD CAD up. But again, that might be interesting only because of what's going on down here. Retail's on the wrong side. Jim is a moderator. Yeah, he is a moderator. He's got the blue name with the little ratchet, the little wrench. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the only person that's been part of our community longer than Jim is me. I'm pretty sure I was first. Let me show you some changes that are going on. I got rid of calendar and something else, and I've replaced it with markets. This is our real-time Latvian jobless rate rises in Q4.
Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey highlights a light U.S. economic calendar. Kickstart the FX trading for Feb 24 in NAWE, a technical look at Euro-US dollar, US dollar yen, and pound US dollar.
Wall Street targets to open positive. Oil prices steady as traders await progress. Then you click on News Radar. There's our calendar. This is our headline radar. This is our news radar. So nothing on the calendar matters until Thursday morning. Everything else is stupid. Now, it's not looking at the NVIDIA earnings coming out on Wednesday. So you should pay attention to that. You should know that. But as far as the government releases, nothing is important. Anything in the world, none of the news coming out in any country matters until we get to Thursday morning. It's killer, right? Yeah. We have our scalping radar. And That's right. Our nav bar isn't showing up. We have our volatility radar. And our new sentiment radar. Gorgeous, right? So that I moved a bunch of things around and deleted some things. Okay. Isn't that nice? So this is a way to look at market sentiment. Then we have news vol. Then we have headline, squawk box, and scalping, which is short-term stuff. Implied volatility throughout the markets. Remember, it's a market-driven thing. So we have this market section. Okay.
US dollar flat with traders facing difficulty.
So cool. And so one of the things we're trying to do, I guess I'll put it back. One of the things that we're trying to do right now this week
US dollar flat with traders facing difficulties
is to try to squeeze one more column in here. So we can make, this can't get much smaller. This can get probably half the size. And this could squeeze a little bit. I believe I tried it like this. You want to get it to, ideally, just so it could just have the proper prices. Like that. So we can make it a little smaller, make this a lot smaller, and then put in a chat column. Okay? So that you can chat with other traders while you got the news going. Cool. So we'll see if I can squeeze that in. You're like, Wayne, don't you already have that on YouTube? Well, I'm going to delay what's on YouTube by 30 seconds to a minute. So this will be real time for paid members. And non-paid members can have it for free with a delay. I think that's fair. So that's what we're going to try to do this week. So maybe headlines look like that. Calendar, I can't get much smaller. So this, and then I have the rest of the page for a chat. Is that what you guys want? Let me know if I'm doing the right stuff for you. Yeah. No, I don't think it'll be pop out. Maybe, but I don't think so. I want to fit it into the page. But we'll see. There's only so much that can be done. All right, so anyways, we're working on that. Let's do some technical analysis, huh? So you guys are split with risk on, risk off today. All right. Okay. There's one way to answer that, by the way. Okay. Okay. There you go. So if you don't know how to answer that, well, there you go. think I know what he did.
Pound sterling.
I figured out what Knucklehead did. All right. All right. All right. So what do you want to do? It really depends if you're risk on or risk off. Let's check our settings. You want to do oil today? Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's do Brent and WTI. So oil was down Friday, and we're near a psych level. What do you want to do? Okay. Well, it looks like, according to the pattern, remember there's no fuzzy logic, there's no neural network. We're not predicting the future. No, this is pattern, just simple pattern recognition. So when you see a pattern like this, it becomes a reversal pattern. So we get to 71, fail to make a higher high, make a lower low to 70, fail to make a higher high, retest 70 and get kind of tickle through it, but then you get one of these. There's a potential for a bottoming out around X. So mid 69.5. And what does it end up creating from here? Yeah, it's different than a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders, but it's the same as an inverse head and shoulders. You'd get this, and then you'd probably Mickey Mouse that, and then the next thing would be then a dip and then an up. So you've been aware of this since Friday, or I guess since Monday, Sunday open. So you're probably well aware of it. What about Brent? Well, you want to open up this chart. Okay, this is a daily chart, and you want to see Brent, let's say prevailing trend is up. Okay. So this is simply a pullback. And then if it comes to the green box, remember this doesn't mean buy. The arrow up doesn't mean buy. It means if we make a higher high, then what? Buy the dip. Okay? It's not a prediction that it will go up to the green zone. That's just what a pennant breakout pattern would look like, but it hasn't happened yet. This is forward guidance. Nobody knows the future. I don't, you don't, the algo does not either. But the algo can say, oh, this looks like a pennant. If you do not know how to trade a pennant, look at the description below the video. Let's see if I can get this. You go to this link. There's no sales pitch. There's no upsell. This is just a gift. Flashcards. Oh, look, it's right there. Cool. Okay. So the top 20 patterns and how to trade them. You fill out the form, you get an email with the doc. You can you download the doc, you print it, and then you take scissors and you cut them out. And now they're like flashcards, like how you learn to do multiplication tables. Now you can learn how to do pennant breakouts. So with the pennant breakout, you buy on the red line, or you wait for the breakout and then you buy the pullback. So my favorite way to trade this is, but I'm more conservative. Okay, so there's daily WTI, daily Brent, daily Brent again. All right, what is this pattern? Okay, so this is measuring this area here, I believe, huh? Into a, more like that, right? That's what this is. All right. So, A, B, okay? So if this breaks out, then, see, this is just the move, pullback. So if you were to buy it around 75 after a break, after a pullback, so that's this move, then we can go to 85. See, that's not a target. I have to say this over and over and over again. That's not a target. That's not a buy signal. If you need a signal, quit. Save yourself the time and money. If you need a signal, just quit. Go do something else. This is a pattern. So if it breaks out, then you pull it back, then you enter. And then this pattern says 85 is the next next zone. So you go 75 to 85. Cool. In which we would expect a significant pullback. Now, to add beautifulness to this, okay, was anybody at my morning fundamental live stream or webinar that we did an hour and a half ago? How many people were there? Yeah. So, I talked about oil plausibly under certain circumstances going from where we are now to 85. Is that correct or not correct? Just fundamentally. Cool. Cool. So we get up to 80, 85, and then what? $80. What's the next number? Does anybody remember? No. You might be right, but that's not what I said. I went over it in greater detail last week, so nobody else remembers? Yeah. Yeah, well, it was only 90 minutes ago. Oil drops by 50%. Now, I need a lot of variables to go that way, but it's very much fundamental. So, It's the stuff that we talk about on a regular basis. Yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing. Surveys are like that. You get different answers depending on how people interpret the question, right? Yeah, so stupid question, stupid answer. It's my bad. Yeah, my bad, Jim. I'm the one at fault. So anyways, interesting, right? Interesting way about going through your day. I hope you guys like going through quantitatively to make your decisions. So we had Euro set up last week to focus on Euro. Okay, great. So today we could focus on like Swiss franc. Why? I don't know. Maybe because you analyzed the Commitment of Traders report. How many people have reviewed the Commitment of Traders report released on Friday so that they know institutional positioning? Anybody? Yeah, I have. Jim has. Who else has reviewed the Commitment of Traders report and got an update on the capital stock and capital flow of professional traders and investors? Yeah. Yeah. So just out of fun, let's say you thought you were going to sell Swiss franc this week. You don't know, but you've isolated it and you have a bias. Richard says it seems to be mixed this week. Yeah, well, the problem is if you wait till it to not be mixed, then you've already missed it. So what I'd rather you say is it might be mixed, maybe it's not mixed, but you are a bear on Swiss franc. That's what I'm getting at. And you don't really know if this is going to be a good week, Richard, or a bad week for these pairs. All you know is you buy things with the Swiss franc on the right. You don't know which ones, but you're 100% certain that you're going to sell Swiss franc. So the uncertainty is whether that Swiss franc is weak in this next period or not weak. Cool. So you're 100% certain about what your intent is. You're going to buy these pairs if they offer you bullish opportunities. Okay, this pattern shows strength, and this is an opportunity. This is a buy. So you'd put that, okay, pissy, pound Swissy, 1 hour, okay? That goes on your hit list today. You might be convinced after doing more analysis on this chart that you're going to buy this as a dip, and not your long-term target, but just the top of this pattern is just above 14.5. And you're buying it around 13.5. So there's about 100 pips before you stall out, and then there'd be some sort of pullback, and then you would do some sort of continuation into the future. So this isn't necessarily your target, It's just the top of the pattern. So you got this as like, yeah, this is a probably. You'll consider this today. You'll do more analysis later this morning. How do you feel about this? Well, C should be able to get to D. Aussie Swiss franc 4 hour. 4 hour. So could you do that? Yeah, but look how flat this is. It's mediocre. You probably want to do a Fibonacci on this, and you see that it's kind of like a 786 doing a 121.4. It's mediocre, but maybe. So you put that on your hit list. Yeah, but you probably would prefer this. It's just cleaner. Okay. By the way, I would have done all of this in seconds, not minutes like I'm going through. I'm like, yep, maybe, yep. Okay, pound Swissy 4 hour chart. Okay, it helps put this trade into context. So we say this one is going to go up in the medium term. What about the longer term? Yeah, this pattern, up channel, is a pattern that shows strength, and the next leg is up to basically 15 or 14 and a half. Yeah, same as this. It's just you see it on the higher time frame. So that is also an opportunity. It's the same trade basically. All right, well, what are you going to do? Maybe you prefer the 4 hour over the 1 hour. Okay? This algo doesn't have prejudice. It doesn't care if it's an hour or a 4 hour. It just sees the pattern and knows the next leg if the pattern continues. Once again, this is not a prediction. This is not a signal. It's doing pattern recognition. And it says, look, this up channel is forming. It's emerging. So if it continues, this would be the bottom of the channel, and that would be the top of the channel based on how you do pattern recognition. So now you have to decide, does this fit your fundamental bias? Do you like the technicals? What do the moving averages say? What do the pivot points say? Well, it's not doing any of that. That's your job, son. Okay. Pound Swissy again. So definitely something's going on with the pound Swissy. How about CAD Swissy? Well, we're only interested in buying because we're bears on the Swiss franc. Okay. All right. So what kind of pattern is this? Strength or weakness? Weakness. So are we interested? No. Okay. We only want to buy Kiwi Swiss franc. This is a 4 hour. Next leg is C to D. Could we buy this? Yeah, but it's mediocre. And then it should get to 52 and collapse. Okay? Now, with this pattern, it's also suggesting be ready for a reversal. Now, the way I would trade it is I would trade C to D. Now, it's saying then be prepared for a heavy profit taking. So in that case, this gets bearish at 52. Well, that's my target. Well, I'm a trend trader, so I would take this as a pattern like that. A counter trend trader would take it like that. All right, you do you, but nonetheless, it's noticing. Like, think about what it's doing. And I said this on the other one, so let me be clear and coherent. A to B is bullish, but C is too low. It's not bullish enough. So we've lost a lot of bulls on this top. No bears are selling yet, but we lost a lot of bulls. So instead of doing a 382 or a 618 Fibonacci retracement, which are bullish, we did a 786, which is still bullish, but significantly less bullish. So we've lost a lot of bulls, even though the market is still bullish. How do we know the market is still bullish? We haven't made a lower low, bro. But we lost a lot of bulls at this top. So this pattern would then suggest we get to a slight higher high, but we will not have the gall to go much higher because we've lost most of the bulls. So we'll wimp out. We won't have enough bulls to break 52. And the bulls that are in are going to jam their stops, aren't they? And so what's the next leg? If all the bulls jam their stops, you get an even bigger move to the bottom of the channel. And yet again, a failure to make an uptrend. So then the next move is probably going to be back to this, which is now a reversal pattern for something like this. You're like, well, Wayne, it doesn't say all that in that pattern. No, it doesn't. It's not predicting the future. I'm predicting the future. Because it's my job. Would I want to do this, though? Fundamentally, probably not. But I could recognize that for this pair, and this is what the pattern is saying, is don't be shocked if we top out. So if you were going to be a bull, this is your last hurrah. Okay? You should probably pump and dump. Yeah, week 11's even better, Osama. Cool, huh? You guys loving this? So now I show you Euro Swiss franc. You should be able to explain what this is. And not just what the pattern is, but why the pattern forms. Why would it go up to make a higher high and then collapse? And you understand what this is telling you. Okay? Seen on the hourly chart, seen on the daily chart. Uh-oh. And I already covered this in our fundamentals meeting that we had earlier this morning. But if this euro weakens, so here's euro Swiss franc. Swiss franc is weak. So if we go from B to C back to A, then we've already started the bearish pattern. Not that this is emerging, but that something has changed in Europe. The Socialist Democrat Party of Germany has lost their power. People might see this as negative for the euro. And all of a sudden if we make a lower low, lower than A, that's a much different pattern than what existed before the German election. So if we go B to lower than A, then we probably got something like this going on. But since you understand monetary policy, then you understand what the next move by the Swiss National Bank is. I talked about it last week. I talked about it this morning. And you should be clued in both fundamentally and technically. Otherwise, you're just not that good of a trader. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but I'm Canadian. That's how we are. If you don't understand all that, then you got stuff to learn. Somebody else knows it and will run you over like a freight train. Yeah. Right? Run you over like a freight train. So you should be aggressive on wanting to know how. You want to know everything technically and fundamentally. Okay? Everything technically and fundamentally. So how do you trade this? 8 days ago, you got a heads up by TRADARS.com that a potential USD Swiss franc break is occurring in the current uptrend. It's not that it's going to happen, but the pattern is forming. 8 days ago. So what if it comes down to 8888? Oh my God. Okay, then that would kill this uptrend. This channel up would no longer be channel up and would be erased from here. Because it would no longer on the daily be an up channel. It'd be something else. So we had this, and then we had okay, and then a lower low. Lower high, lower low would be the next pattern, wouldn't it? Yeah, so it would show up somewhere else. Because remember, this is only analyzing what is. It's not making a prediction. If we make a lower low, then the next thing is going to be a lower high, lower low. Correct? Yeah. Because lower lows don't exist in an uptrend. Is this a lower low? No. 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 If it makes a lower low, then this is dead. Niet! Oh, thank you, Brian. Okay. Dude, are you guys loving this? Let's change it up. I want to trade. What should I do? All right. Let's analyze NVIDIA. Because NVIDIA has earnings on Wednesday. Oops, and I need to go to stocks. There's no reliable pattern right now. Is that helpful? There's no reversal pattern on the 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, 4-hour, or daily. There isn't a trend pattern on the 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, 4-hour, daily. There isn't a big move. There isn't a trade back to support or resistance, otherwise known as a mean reversion trade. They don't exist. Should you be trading NVIDIA today? Maybe not. Huh. Okay. Now, Broadcom has a high correlation with NVIDIA. Would you agree? So let's see if that offers us an opportunity. Nope. Do any of the stocks? Maybe we're not getting the data. Oh no, we're getting the data. Okay, strength, threat, strength, threat, strength, threat, weakness, opportunity, weakness, opportunity, weakness, let it break, catch the pullback. 10-year teen note, ascending triangles, strength, breakout, pullback, might be an opportunity tomorrow, Wednesday, maybe. Netflix, strength, threat, Tesla, pass. AMD, weakness, opportunity. Okay, weakness, let it break, catch the pullback, pass on Baidu. Tesla, bearish with an opportunity. Microsoft, bearish with a threat. Pfizer, I'm going to say bearish with a threat. Moderna, bearish with a threat. And Exxon, bearish with the threat. I mean, you can call it's measuring it as ascending. So I guess if you're going to go with that, it's, you let it break and pull back. I mean, if you were going to buy it, you need to buy it down on the yellow line, which was 5 days ago. Now we're at the top line. So you need to buy it at the red line, although with that drop, I don't think I'd be into it. But nonetheless, that's the pattern. It's making higher lows, but not higher highs. So you would buy it on the red line or let it break the green line, catch the pullback, and then long and gone. So yeah, you put that on for maybe next week, later in the week. And see, now we just analyzed the major, most traded stocks in the United States on 5 time frames. Yep. And it takes 33 seconds. It's unfair, isn't it? There's amateurs going through stock screeners and watching YouTube gurus about trading their favorite NVIDIA stock this year because earnings come out, right? You see that? How many YouTube gurus do you think are streaming how to get rich trading NVIDIA this week because of the news on Wednesday? And NVIDIA is up right now because people are throwing down bets. TRADARS says, well, if you were a professional, you wouldn't be doing that. Because a reliable, repeatable pattern does not exist. You're going to have vol, you're going to have nonsense, nincompoop, ridiculous people betting and gambling on NVIDIA this week. And you're a pro and you're like, I don't see anything there. It might go up, it might go down, but I don't see low-hanging fruit here. I mean, imagine it was, let's talk about low-hanging fruit. Let's say NVIDIA did this, 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 this. What's the trade plan? Okay, somewhere around here, we want to buy the next dip, right? This. Why would you be a degenerate gambler? Huh? Should you bet your life savings on the Super Bowl? Okay. I saw that, Jimmy. I saw J-Dub. Yep. So, I'm not saying it's untradeable. Yeah. I'm not saying it's untradeable. I'm saying there's no reliable, repeatable pattern. And that matters, doesn't it? Yeah, oh, yeah, I can't multitask. So, I have a busy day, and I'm working on corporate taxes. God dang it. But if you go to youtube.com @TRADARS, I am running the headline news radar. I need 5 more subscribers. I'd love it if you did a chat. I'd love it if you clicked the thumbs up button. I'll be running it all week. There's no charge. There's no ads. So if you could head over there, and the idea is you just let this run in the background while you're trading. So you open up this page, and then you just don't worry about it anymore. And as news comes in, it'll just read the news to you. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to look at it. You just hear the news. And every half an hour, so at 15 and then again at 45, it'll just do a little summary. It'll read the last 8 headlines, so you're just always up to date. But when news comes out, it'll read it to you in real time. Oh. Yeah. So that's it. You just open up that page, let it run in the background. And of course, you can chat with other traders over there as well. So please do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. If we can get to 500 subscribers. Okay.
US dollar Canadian dollar is confined to a narrow range and waiting for the next shove.
Rupee falters as state banks buy dollars for
Look at
oil
that.
firms.
Perfect timing.
Euro rises against pound following German election results.
Gold near fresh all-time highs ahead of U.S. trading session. Malta, HICP, inflation remains stable at 1.8%.
Starbucks to cut 1,100 support partner roles as it works to streamline operations.
Euro US dollar surrenders intraday gains as US dollar bounces back. Pound sterling gains as Bank of England seems to follow slower monetary easing cycle.
U.S. dollar yen aims to extend upside to near 150 sour as yen weakens across the board.
US dollar flat with traders facing difficulties to grasp all moving parts.
That's cool, right? It's totally cool. So please click on that link. Please subscribe, like, and leave comments there and here and all that kind of stuff. You know how the tube works. So thank you for being part of the community here at Forex.Today. I appreciate you. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I'll see you over on the TRADARS channel for the headline news radar. Cheers.